I like this guy's channel, but it's a very interesting comment. With all sincerity here, are you actually this annoyed about the adaptation it wavering from the original books? So let's expand my reply. Most basic level, yes. Partly because it isn't just diverting from the source material, it's completely changing it. Like, the characters they've done, their backstories, everything has no relationship to the characters of the books or the Peter Jackson films. There's other stuff going on, but there are many red flags with this series, and one of them is that when Christopher Tolkien died, they fired everyone and rewrote the whole thing. That is a red flag to the point of insanity, and that's a worrying red flag. But there is diverting from the source material and completely throwing the source material and just using the names, and that's what that is. Weaponizing criticism into something it's not is not a good look. The One Ring.net has always been reasonably toxic anyway, and tend to believe that they are the experts on Tolkien. They're not. But seriously, they're weaponizing general criticism and turning it into something it's not to deflect this criticism. As a massive Tolkien geek, I'm terrified of what they're going to do to the Amazon are doing to it. And it's not due to race, it's not due to anything like that. It's respecting the source material, respecting the world. If you truly love Tolkien and you like this is meant to be, just respect the source material. That's all we're asking. As a massive Tolkien geek and someone with a huge disdain for the Tolkien Society, Amazon Prime has me worried. After watching and forcing myself to sit through the Wheel of Time, Daniel Green, you are an idiot. This is like a massive red flag. So, I want to put this out there, yes. And in Tolkien's work, Black people, Hispanic people, Asian people, they all exist. Yes, I'm sure of it, just by descriptions. This comment, and I do like you, but it's very little to do with the criticism that's going on. Changing characters' backstories to the point they're unrecognisable and contradict both the backstories written in the books and in the film. The fact that they fired everyone after the death of Christopher Tolkien and got rid of everyone linked to the Tolkien estate and Tolkien scholars because they basically admitted they wanted to tell their own story. The fact that this feels like a shameless cash-in over it is just tragic. And the fact that dwarvish women, just to end this on a funny note, I have no problems with a black dwarf. But she needs a beard. Dwarvish women and men are basically indistinguishable. Just to clarify, every person reducing it to just that is completely off base, has no clue what they're talking about. The bigger issues are they have made high-end fan fiction that has nothing to do with Lord of the Rings, and it's only in name only. They've changed important character backstories and injecting modern identity politics into something where it doesn't need to be. Lord of the Rings fans want Lord of the Rings, not high-end fan fiction that's so far looking more like Game of Thrones. This comment completely misses the point, and people putting it down to this are twats.
Did you know that black people exist? This is
So, no. You are breaking this down into the most basic possible media take that I've ever seen in my life. You are incorrect on everything. Let me explain. People are upset because backstories, lore, timeline, major events, key plot events, and many, many other things are being changed and rewritten. People are upset that this is Lord of the Rings, but in name only. Like, it's not Lord of the Rings, it's an original story, which we don't really want. It's loosely based on the appendies. People are upset that when Christopher Tolkien died, they rewrote everything and fired everybody. That's not a red flag. You are fundamentally incorrect, and breaking this down into your hot take is extremely crass and dangerous and race-baiting. Now, have a timeout, kid. Do you look at Twitter and think these people are idiots? I'm sick of these fake Tolkien fans LARPing as Tolkien fans. Like, if your entire experience comes down to, I watched the films like 10, 20 years ago, and I read elf and hobbit gay fan fiction on the internet, and then occasionally watch clips on YouTube, you are not a fan. You're a moron. And you just like the aesthetic. Stop gaslighting the fans. Stop spreading half-truths. And then you have this clown who is trying to drum up fake controversy and gaslight fans. Like, seriously? What is with these people? You know, just morons. Morons everywhere.